Welcome back to Rampant Splash. It's the gaming channel of laughing, learning, absurdity, and skill building. The ramping here is learning how to record videos, how to record audio, how to voice act. The splash is in the Final Fantasy VIII favorite video game, and the commentary track that I'm doing with my friend Chris. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
So Chris does have a baby who may make an appearance if it's necessary. Baby is chill now, though, right?
Yep, he's hanging out in a seat next to me right now, so we may get some guest commentary. We will see.
I think he's going to get a lot out of this episode. I think there's a lot. There's a lot here for him to chew on. You know, it's a real teething episode.
Yes.
You're gonna love this. So we commented in the last episode that Chris does not remember any of this part of the plot. I am so excited for you to read this dialogue and listen to my performance. All right, why don't you jump in?
Yeah, I mean, the only part I remembered was like that Bellum Garden moves and becomes a vehicle.
Yes.
That's how they evade the ICBMs, but that's it.
The rest of it is lost to memory.
Yeah, the Civil War, Norg. Still don't know who Norg is.
Nope, we're gonna find out.
From the name, he sounds like an AI or something. I don't know.
It's clearly an acronym for something. All of the acronyms in this game go unexplained. Seed is unexplained. Garden is an acronym for who knows what.
I feel like that's kind of accurate, though, right?
Yeah.
It's very like military. It's very jargony.
I think it's also
They're
sort
in the
of
military, so you know.
It is, but it's also part of this phase of the history of anime.
Yeah.
Anime started having weird capitalization and dot things right around this time.
Yeah.
So I was just about to tell Chris a story. A couple weeks ago, we had an election, and on election day, I went out to the park out here and I did some jogging. You know, this is 7 a.m. before the election between Biden and Trump.
Do you think it's bigger than Galbadia Garden?
And I jogged past a group of crows. And the first time I jogged past them, they just sat there. And the second time, they just sat there. And then the third time, because I go back and forth on this one strip, the third time I passed this crows, they took to the air. And it was a lot more than I thought were there. There's like 100 crows. It was a murder of crows. What I'm trying to tell you is that on the day of the election, I startled a murder of crows. But it was beautiful. I mean, it was at sunrise, and they all took flight above my head and went out over the river.
You know, like a normal tour?
Oh, what does she want from me? So, this is the cafeteria. Obviously, this is where we take our meals, but keep in mind there's always competition for the good stuff. Especially the hot dogs. Some of the hot dogs are so popular, you'll be lucky just to see someone eat one. So, in Japanese, it's some kind of rice bun.
I see.
Huh.
I forget.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird. Kind of want to try that.
You're so serious when you're explaining. Seems kinda odd. You're the one who asked me to show you around. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't have to get mad.
She is so well written. Like,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because that is how he acts.
And she's silly and irresponsible, but somehow competent.
Right.
Sorry.
But it's also like realistic because she's like 17.
Yeah.
You know, like she
Yeah.
acts like a 17-year-old.
Yep.
That isn't a child soldier. He acts like a 17-year-old child soldier. This is the cafeteria. This is where we take our meals.
we take our meals. That's such a military
She's like,
thing to say.
Okay.
Good God.
Yeah, I know. Something about Headmaster faction, Garden Master faction. It was pretty weird. They were hunting down the Headmaster for who knows what. What are you talking about? You were the one running around screaming, "I support the Garden Master!" How about you? You sided with the garden master because you saw that we were gaining in numbers. Okay, enough about that. It's over, right? Oh, I wonder where we're going. Yeah, where are we headed? Never expected this to happen. Oh, check out this weenie. This guy used to be the cream of the crop. Now look at him. All over one woman.
What?
What do I need to do to get closer to thee, oh lovely Quistis? Snap out of it. You'll never be asleep because you're always too busy thinking about her.
Oh, yikes, that's creepy. Your students is inappropriate.
She's only 2 years older.
That's correct. Yeah.
And crushes on teachers happen.
Yeah. I guess it's not like...
Also, she could kill them. So it's a little, the power differential isn't quite...
Yeah. This guy's talking about new rules, though.
Yeah, because we visited Galbadia, and we played there, and now we're back in Balam region. So
this guy's playing Pioneer or whatever.
Playing historic.
Oh my god, you're still just gonna wreck all these kids, though. Whoa.
Yeah.
I think you can play against Sid right now.
Yes.
And maybe even Irvin, although maybe not. There's a point where you can play against people in your own party. And they're like specific plot points, I think.
Yeah, I don't think many of them have unique cards, though, because it's hard to... Most of the unique cards, you don't just have one chance to get them.
Yeah. And some people's cards come from someone else.
Yeah.
I feel like Zell's card, you have to like play
It's
against
his-
his mom.
It's
or
his
something.
mom, yeah. Yeah. I should have played against the guy in the back. I think the guy in the back has Quistis' card.
That would make sense.
No.
He's not obsessed with her. He's obsessed with this card that he has for some reason. Oh my god, Glenn. So, speaking of cards I'm obsessed with right now, not in the same way. Obsessed with making a deck. That Liesa, the new Orzhov Angel.
Yeah.
I get an etched foil version.
Oh,
A++.
Shut
Oh
up.
yeah.
So I found out you can get etched foil commanders in the regular packs.
Yeah, that's what they were saying in the commander thread.
But in a whole box, I only got one.
Yes. Apparently, people's rate has been like 0 to 2.
Yeah.
So about 1.
And let me know right away when you get...
I was thinking, because she's the sister of... She's the last of the Innistrad Angels.
No problem, I promise.
So,
Liesa?
yeah, she's the sister of Avacyn, Gisela, Bruna, and
That's
Sigarda.
a sad family tree.
Tragic, yeah. But I was thinking you could do... It may not even be a good deck, but you could do a 5-color Angels and have one of each of them in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm worried about my mom and pop back in Balam. But I knew a time like this would come eventually. Time for me to embark on a never-ending journey.
Hey, he's a guitar guy. I needed to give him a guitar guy voice.
Oh, the boundless ocean. I wonder, what's to become of us? I don't think we'll be graduating for a while. I don't mind. Let's just enjoy the moment. wish we could go far, far away. Man, just gazing at the ocean kind of makes you forget about all that studying we've been enduring.
A yawn was a good touch.
Thanks. Nap Guy. That's his name now. Nap Guy.
The dialogue in this game is generally just on a better level than most Final Fantasy games. Most NPCs in Final Fantasy games are like, I'm an exposition man. Never mind the fact that I'm a 10-year-old playing with a ball. I'm going to talk about Midgar. Like,
It's a
this
lot of
city
these...
was built in the year 1388. Like, dude, what are you even talking about?
I like that a lot of the things that they say are just things that kids would say.
Yeah, people have like texture in this game, and it like a single NPC doesn't really matter, but it contributes to the like accumulated effect that has in this game. Like it gives the game texture.
What an ordeal we've been through. Do you think the master will do anything like this again?
I mean, every once in a while you get those goobers like the Quistis fan club that are like creeping on their teacher, but you know that's fine. That's like you said, that is a thing, I guess. But
yeah,
it's funny. But you know, for the most part, like all those kids out by the theater, that's all just like, I don't know, teenagers just musing.
Yeah, 100%. And it's great to have this space to anchor that, because things are going to get weird, and then they're going to get weirder, and then they're going to get weirder.
Right then.
Right.
The fact that we're having all these normal interactions kind of brings it back to earth.
Right.
You guys are cute. Oh, do you guys know where Headmaster Sid is? That guy works too hard. Tell him to come see me next time you see him.
I wonder if the doctor plays cards.
She does. I don't think she has a unique card, though.
She might have somebody else's.
Well, no, I mean, I don't think she owns a unique card.
Oh, yeah.
So we still don't know who Alone is. That was where we first saw her, was in that little room when Squall is at the beginning, but...
Student ID number 41269. Squall? Yes? The Garden Master wishes to see you. Report to the Master's room right away. Where is the Master's room? Take the elevator to level B1. You now have permission.
Listening to him is really infuriating, isn't it? It's fun to do that voice, but having to sit here and listen to it is...
I don't know. I like it. They're creeps. They're jerks.
He's real punchable.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I'm saying.
Is Norg just like one of those guys?
We never find out who those guys are. We have no idea.
Are they just people in a really weird hat, or are they?
The
like
game
something
literally ends without answering that question. However, there is a suggestion of what they might be.
They
And
don't appear to be human. They're like way bigger, and their posture is different. Like their body language is human. I don't know. They're like weird.
That's why they're either robots or snakes in a trench coat. But we do get a hint of who they might be.
That was terrible.
In 2 episodes.
You were so loud, crying like a baby. I did not. Yeah, right. Boo-hoo. Does that ring a bell? I didn't cry. I didn't mean to.
God.
Oh God, stop crying. I'll buy you an ice cream.
Man, somebody's wound around somebody else's finger. Holy
yeah, right.
That's great.
I love They're mean girls, basically.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And we can assume that they're talking about the insurrection, but
Yeah.
like they could have been talking about anything. It could have been like when they got their homework back or something and she got a D.
Yeah, right. Well, when you're an elite mercenary child soldier, like killing is your homework.
Yes.
You know.
Get in, loser. We're going soldiering.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna go punch Norg in the face,
Yeah.
you just gonna have these two to do it? I don't know if there's even a combat. I don't know anything about, like, this is bizarre. I'm like completely lost here.
This is great. I'm so happy that you're lost.
Did I even play this game? No. I still remember other things. I definitely played this game.
Yeah. Oh, this is so cute. So I've played about 5 hours past this. I've gotten so much more powerful in those 5 hours. I'm looking back and I'm like, oh, you had Blizzard Junctioned. Oh.
Yeah. That's all from Carbuncle, huh? She has just the one GM.
She just has the one. Yep.
That's so good. Holy crap. And it comes stacked with 3 abilities, which is unique at this point in the game.
It is.
It doesn't help her right now, but it will later. That's really good.
I mean, the challenge is that Carbuncle, he is better for those reasons, but he doesn't attack.
Yeah.
He won't hit the enemy, and his reflectability
is its own problem.
Is a liability, right?
Yeah. Although, I mean, if you get really deep in the weeds, you can cast Reflect on your opponent too.
Yes.
And then you have the intelligence to bounce spells off it.
Yes.
But it doesn't have the same intelligence to get past your...
Well, most enemies and most bosses don't. But there are a handful of bosses that know how to do that, and they have the Reflect spell.
Oh.
And spoiler alert, Norg, we are going to fight. We are going to have a fight. Norg is one of those bosses that's smart enough to do that.
Interesting. I just saw the Chocobo feed, the Geiskel greens in your inventory, and reminded we still have not seen a Chocobo in this game.
No.
We've seen cars.
I'll probably go to the Chocobo Forest at some point, just so that we can talk about it. Yeah. But there's no reason to do it. I think there might be items you can get, but
there's jammed Chocobos in this game because there's supposed to be Chocobos in a Final Fantasy game.
Well, it's interesting. In this game, they segregated it to the companion game. Because remember, there was a Final Fantasy VIII used a cartridge that plugged into the slot where you could play the game as like it was a Tamagotchi, is what it was. It was a Chocobo Tamagotchi.
Oh yeah,
and then you would plug it into the memory slot, and it could read how far your Chocobo Tamagotchi.
Yes. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah.
So they kind of they took that part of the game and they segregated it to this mini game. And apparently, one of the versions that you can buy on Steam does include that mini game.
Huh.
I have no interest in playing it, but
that is a slice of the 90s. Is virtual pets and Tamagotchi.
So this is a tough combat, so I'm doing a little advanced junctioning.
Sure. Yeah, and I mean, even without having seen this before, like, you can kind of tell it's coming, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to guess there's no lead up either. Like, it's not like you have to go through a dungeon to get to him.
No, we kind of just did that. That was kind of the dungeon,
Right.
the oil stratum.
Yeah. So if the game is letting you just walk right in there fresh from a save point, it's probably going to be gloves off.
Yeah, gloves off. Punched in the face. There's some great dialogue here, though.
I can't wait. I'm going to guess that Norg is a computer, that he is an AI, that when a crisis happened in the garden, it tried to take over the garden, and Headmaster Sid was just totally unaware of it. And
Chris, it's so much better than that, but that is such a great guess. No, it really is a good guess. I think when I first played this game in 1999, I had been watching Doctor Who on PBS, and I think I had that same guess when I was a kid. But the direction they took it here is so much more interesting.
Oh, please, listen to me. Oh, the headmaster's here.
oh,
Yeah, Irving comes.
Hey, what's going on? What? I just felt like coming down here. I'm not following you or anything.
hang on just a minute.
I'm not.
Go for it. We'll take a little monologue break. Yeah. Oh.
Greedy son of a bitch! Why did I even bother talking to you?
Whoa!
Seeds were brought up for the future, and that future is now. Why can't you understand?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Damn it. I should have never trusted you. I wish I could go back 10 years. To tell myself that you're nothing but a money-grubbing son of a bitch. And I never would have built this place.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Norg is a Ferengi?
Squall.
Yeah.
You've heard everything. Yes. I'm embarrassed, but sometimes even old men like me lose their temper. Let's get out of here. Sir, I still have to give you my report. Please, come to my office later. You're the seed to return from Galbadia, correct? Yes. It's about time. Master Nog has been waiting for you. Come.
Weird.
Whenever Master Nog calls you, be sure to be there within 3 seconds. Your 3 seconds are up.
Oh. So he's like a squid man.
Squid Man.
Whoa!
Master, the proprietor of Garden? He's not human. Come to think of it, we didn't know anything about it. It's still shocking.
Give me a report on the sorceress.
Where do I start? Answer him quickly. Be concise. We failed to assassinate the sorceress Edia. Oh god, this is gonna be sad.
That's good.
Its order was made at Galbadia Garden. After Irvin Kineas of Galbadia Garden joined our party, we set off to carry out the sorceress assassination order from Balam and Galbadia Gardens.
Balam and Galbadia's orders? You are fooled.
Fooled? I don't understand.
Explain to them.
So Sid went rogue, I'm assuming?
A little bit.
Master Norg has known about the alliance between the president of Galbadia and the sorceress. He heard it from the Galbadia Garden Master himself. The Galbadia Garden Master?
That's a good interpretation of that.
Thank you. I didn't want to just read it phonetically.
Coordinate of mine named Martine.
Yes, in fact, the sorceress and the garden are closely connected. That is why the sorceress will definitely try to gain hold of all gardens. So, Master Norg sent an official order to Galbadia Garden. It was to kill the sorceress. An assassination was thought to be the best means. But...
Sly weasel Martine used you as a last resort for this assassination. He gave that order to place the blame on me. That bastard.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, so he's saying Martine sabotaged the mission to make it
yeah.
to try and oust Balam Norg.
You just happened to show up right before the mission was to be carried out. They used you. But the operation failed. The sorceress is still alive, and the sorceress retaliated, just as we suspected. No doubt it was the sorceress who ordered the missile attacks. Something must be done to calm the sorceress's anger. Wait a minute, that's just... In order to do so, we needed to hand over those involved in the assassination to the sorceress. We had to show Balam Garden's sincerity.
This is going south.
Yep. Yep, real fast.
Seed's head on a silver platter and we will pretend to obey the sorceress.
What the fuck? Why aren't we fighting her? What about all the training we endure every day? What good is it?
What did you say? You lost to the sorceress. Quit your whining.
He does have a point.
Headmaster Sid was saying the same thing. Hey.
Sid! That idiot Sid dispatched Seed to kill the sorceress. And if you fail, this garden will be done for. My garden! It will be all over. That idiot Sid. Has he forgotten that it was I who put up the money to establish garden? I wanted to offer the sorcerer Sid's head along with the seeds. I ordered the students to find Sid, but they sided with him. Blah, blah.
Okay.
This is my garden.
No. It's not just yours.
Well then, what is it?
The Board of Trustees.
That pathetic couples?
Excuse me?
What?
That was good. Good timing, Chris.
Headmaster and Adia are married? I don't get it.
Now I understand. Sid and Edia are trying to take Garden away from me. You're one of Sid's followers, aren't you? Prepare to die.
Squall!
Chris, the villain in this part of the game is investor oversight. This section of the game is called shareholder control.
Magic.
Oh God. So there's a little bit of dialogue. I don't know if it already passed by.
Yeah.
That it's going to go from the eyes go from blue to yellow and yellow to red, and once they get to red, they start firing magic at you, high speed magic.
So you just need to keep like tamping it down.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. It's interesting though that it gives you that dialogue instead of making you scan for it. Hey.
What?
I love this right here.
It's huge.
Burn.
Looks like that centerpiece is pretty resistant to damage too.
It is. It's tough, but it doesn't really do very much. It just kind of sits there.
It's just armor plating. It looks like.
Yeah. it's kind of funny. Like if you're the main beneficiary of a corporation that fuels wars and rebellions and insurgencies and sells weapons, like that's a lot of money. And you think, like, what is Norg spending his money on? And clearly, he's invested heavily in the Norg pod. Like,
Right.
this is like $1 billion defense bunker that he made for himself.
Yes.
Using the money off
He's
of...
the My Pillow guy, but it's the My Nord Pillow guy. I have the utmost confidence in Donald Trump. I mean, he really is like a piece of shit investor. Like,
It's literally what he is. He's literally just a piece of shit investor.
Yeah, he is what's wrong with higher education. Child soldiers or not, like he. Yeah. Like I get. It feels like a cop out to say it, but I mean, I get that higher education has to make money, right, to like thrive, but it's kind of like healthcare, right? It's kind of like a hospital where there is a certain amount of profit motive that will at some point just poison the well.
Yes.
And there's a point at which the institution is making money, is doing what it does to make money rather than doing what it does to educate.
Yes.
Or provide healthcare or whatever. But,
Yes.
I mean, yeah, Norg is not an educator. Norg is a college president. Well,
Yes.
no, he's like
he's the board of trustees.
Yeah.
It's I was gonna say I lost it. It's gone now.
Yeah, I guess Sid would be the college president or chancellor, I guess, but dean of students.
This is not like a state university though. This is not Balam.
No.
This is not Balam U. This is
Right.
Oh, he's got a big sack face.
Those seeds. This is my garden. You can't just do as you please.
Well, I know it's upsetting.
Oh, it's really upsetting.
Whoa! You just ripped off some magic item from that guy.
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of those classic items like Circlet and Royal Crown in this game, you don't equip any armor. So instead, what they do is they teach GFs new abilities.
Yeah.
I think Circlet gives a GF like Spirit plus 40%, something like that.
But I bet you can turn that into some magic also.
Yes. Well, that's the other thing. You never want to use those because you can refine them into just bonkers magic.
There's something I do appreciate about this game that a lot of RPGs, even outside of Final Fantasy, might not pull the trigger on this, is like say, hey, nothing's off limits. You can turn the like most powerful bullcrap in the game into really powerful spells. Like go nuts. If you are willing to sacrifice the item, then go for it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Got a new GF, by the way. It's pretty good.
Oh.
That's a big boy. Who's gonna get Leviathan?
I actually don't remember. I kind of think it's Quistis, but I'm not sure. Because it's the One-Junction challenge, and you can only junction to a character once, and it's permanent. I really want to get the balance right, so I think at some point here, I'm going to open up the menu and really stop to consider who's getting what GFs. Oops.
Whoa!
Stole a spirit up.
Jeez, mug everything. Mug the world.
Mug the world blind. Those up things, strength up and spirit up, those items, in some sense they're really powerful because it's just a straight bonus for the whole rest of the game, right? But in this game, like a permanent +1 to strength doesn't mean much because when you junction Ultima to your strength, you get up to like 200. So that plus one doesn't really do much in the long term, but
Uh-oh. So are each of those orbs independent?
yes.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
they don't
there's-
both need to be red for them
No.
to go off, and just start going off.
Yeah, and I think if you were struggling with this battle, one strategy might be to let one go red. Just let it.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, I don't know. Depending on what you do here, I don't know if we're gonna see what they do. I can see that getting out of hand though. Like if somebody goes down, and those things are both red, and you're trying to keep up with whatever damage output they do with only 2 people,
Yeah.
and you don't have with only 2 people standing, you only have the output to like hit them, a third less often. You'd be in deep shit.
Yeah. Fortunately, I have Irvin is kind of at this point relegated to being the support character.
Yeah.
So he doesn't hit very hard. He basically just heals and does this extra stuff. So he's just ready to sharpshoot those eyes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much damage he does. He just needs to hit them.
He just needs to hit them.
Because I'm noticing the AOE attacks aren't triggering their damage.
No.
It's well designed though. That would be broken if you could just keep spamming GFs and keep those things under wraps. Baby is chewing on a super loud rubber banana. It's like a teething toy.
It's not coming through, but I don't think anybody would mind if it did.
Yeah. God, you're drooling all over the place, baby. God.
Cute. Baby drool.
This is going to be a drop in the bucket. Yeah, no. You can get through several of these battles without having to heal Irvin.
Yeah. I mean, that's the power of refining tents.
Yeah.
That is one of the game-breaking refines is tents into 10 Kiragas.
Yeah, because tents... It's one of the only examples I can think of a readily available item you can buy in shops.
Yes.
That refines into a high level spell. I mean, Kiraga is legit. If they refine it in Cura or something, that would be less broken. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Because eventually, everyone is going to have the amount of HP that Irvin does.
Actually, it's not going to take that long. Because we have, at this point in the game, I think we have 150,000 gil.
Well, yeah, I guess I mean, if people don't already, every character is going to have the ability to junction to HP. I think everybody does, maybe.
Selfie does not, but the rest do.
So Norg really is just he's like a giant squid-like Ferengi.
Yes.
He's just like a...
Yeah, he's a Paul Ryan style Republican.
Yeah.
Citizens United was a good idea kind of Republican. You know what I mean?
That's tech. Dispel on that reflect.
It worked, ma'am. Worked really well.
I mean, it's going pretty well, right? I feel like you're well prepared for this one.
I was surprised at how easy this was. I think we were pretty well junctioned and we're pretty well pumped up. Ooh, there we go.
That's gonna turn into some spells.
Pretty well pumped up after defeating all those mini bosses.
I feel like that death is a calculated risk.
Oh yeah.
You're trying to trigger limits with him, but that happens. That's what full life's for.
That's what full life is for.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you walked into this one unprepared, it wouldn't be like brutal,
Yes.
but it would be probably quite a different challenge.
In past playthroughs, I've lost during this battle. And I think it was just what you were saying. I think I let one of the eyes start casting magic, and then you just get put on the back foot, and you're just playing catch up for the whole rest of combat.
Yeah, I feel like what was the battle from earlier?
I was the brothers actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what it was. Yeah. I mean, if you get behind, you can't catch up. I mean, you just get the boot. Yeah, I feel like with nothing else that he's doing is insurmountable.
I'm done for. No! I'm afraid of you. Why me? Why?
Sometimes the
Poor
dialogue.
Nord. No, I feel bad for him.
Oh, a little. Oh, yeah, I feel bad. Sometimes the dialogue flashes by too quickly, and I have to like try and read it and perform it.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Which one?
Leviathan.
Ooh, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for Leviathan.
So, like, what's going on, guys?
So,
What the fuck?
you just killed the administrator, huh? Oops.
Really serious. Well, what's the point of talking about it now? You don't know what's going on either.
Good point.
This is crazy. I don't know what's going on anymore. I feel like a helpless puppet being manipulated in some scheme. Squall. Yeah, I'm gonna go see the headmaster.
What is going on in that machine now?
What is going on in that machine, Chris?
Is he dying? Is that how he dies?
We are actually going to find out more, but
There you go.
in a couple of episodes.
When I die, I become an egg. We reverse die.
I don't think he's quite dead.
I was born as a corpse like all of my children. You know, just like you.
Just like I have a normal life cycle, just like everybody else.
We all grow up from death to becoming an egg.
I can't wait for my egg.
Sweet, sweet egg, take me away from this place.
All praise the egg. I think I play Cards Against Sid here. Or maybe
I was gonna say this would be a good time. I think he does have something. I feel like there is a Sid card, and I think he has his own.
There is a Sid card. I don't know if he has it. It's not there though.
I love the kid in the theater area that's like, oh, just wanna get away. It's like, you're literally adrift right now. Your school is adrift.
I mean, I think she's saying that makes her happy.
Yeah.
I think she's excited for that. I'm not sure that they communicated that properly through the. So I sprinkled cheese powder on my popcorn. which is why I'm going to town on the bottom of this bowl.
You know,
Just coated with cheese powder.
I have the game full screen. I'm not
Oh,
seeing.
good. You're not seeing me lick my fingers over and over again? Could eat cheese powder all day.
I haven't tried any of those. Like, I mean, I know they have them at like movie theaters and stuff, but like, you can get them in like grocery stores now. It's like flavored dust for
the
popcorn.
The problem is that they never stick. You really have to butter it. You have to butter it and then sprinkle it, and then it's like.
And then it's just like what? Just eating a stick of butter at that point.
That's right.
I'm okay now, Doctor. Are you sure? Yes, I believe I'm done crying.
That's such a good line. I wish I could isolate that line and like turn it into a reaction on Slack or something.
You can do that. Well, not on Slack, but
You all leave me in such an embarrassing state. Well, now, what shall we talk about?
I'm seeing playing cards on that list.
No, it's not necessary. I can guess what must have happened. Please, tell me the real meaning of seed. Seed is seed. The elite mercenary force of Balam Garden. Do you know something about seed? I feel like I never know anything. Seed will defeat the sorcerers. The garden will retrain seed members. The many missions around the world are only training for the final battle against the sorceress.
Yikes.
Yep. Yep. So that is literally what you're here for.
The mission has begun.
And you're married.
Please, tell me about the sorceress Edia. I heard she's your wife. You're quite right. She had been a sorceress since childhood. I married her knowing that. We were happy. We worked together, the two of us. We were very happy. One day, Edia began talking about building the garden and training Seed. I became obsessed with that plan. But I was very concerned with Seed's goal that one day Seed might fight Edia. She laughed and told me that would never happen. However, what should we talk about?
However, what?
So when she was sane, she laid the groundwork for her own
Yes.
demise.
He is from the Shumi tribe, black sheep of the tribe, one might say.
Oh,
We met while I was running around trying to find funds to build the garden. He became interested in building the garden and we hit it off. Thanks to his funding, it was completed. However, we needed an enormous amount of funds to run the garden. So we began dispatching seeds around the world as a means of supporting the garden. Norg's idea was right on the money. An enormous amount of capital began flowing into the garden. And the garden began to change. We lost sight of our higher ideals. The truth was covered up. That's probably enough. In the end, it was my fault for giving up control.
that's right.
Yeah.
He really screwed up a bunch of things here.
So, what do we do now? Well, we must stop drifting around soon. I only hope we can get things back to the way they were.
Yeah, so it was Adia's idea. The whole thing was Adia's idea to form an organization to stop the sorceress, quote unquote, knowing that she was a sorceress, quote unquote.
You know,
And then he worried that it might be her that they needed to fight, and she said, no, it won't be me.
Right, because we know there's more than one. And there was a sorceress war, apparently.
There was a sorceress war. Presumably it was not her that was involved in that. And we may have heard the name of another sorceress. I can't remember.
By the way, earlier, if the audio got a little weird for 2 seconds, it's because my baby reached up and grabbed the headphone cable and pulled it out of the computer. So.
That's fine. It didn't bother the audio much. Also, it was very cute. I think we're coming up on the end of the episode pretty soon here. I think I head back to the save point.
Oh, what does same do again? Is that?
If two sides are actually the same number, it'll flip both.
Oh, that's right. Okay. That can get a little wonky, but you can deal with that.
Apparently, I also needed a refresher on. I wanted to know if same combos. So if you flip over the same,
I think it does.
Would
combo
it chain? Right.
or whatever it's called. Like there's a combo rule. Yeah. Nice.
I made some adjustments to my microphone for this episode, and I'm really happy with how it came out. I think the audio quality here is much stronger than the 3 previous episodes. So I'm glad to see it. Glad to hear it.
Good.
I think that's about it. Next time we're going to, I think, arrive at our destination, which is really exciting. Oh.
Status junctioning. Invisible. Oh god.
Yeah, the problem is recover is more important, I think, in this part of the game.
Yeah.
Because it's like free Phoenix Downs occasionally. All right, I want to thank everyone for joining us. I want to thank Chris for being here and doing the commentary with me. Wow, this was a fun couple of episodes. And if you come back next time, we'll be headed to Fisherman's Horizon, which is wicked exciting. Fishing. Also, I had a real failure of voice acting for that episode. We'll talk about that next time.
Fantastic.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. We'll see everyone next time.